Welcome to tonight's soccer match between your Watertown Goslings and the Blackhawks of Fort Atkinson. Watertown in the blue home uniforms going left to right. This is homecoming week, and this is the homecoming game for the Gosling soccer team. It's also senior night. Seniors will be honored after the game tonight. Watertown with an overall record of 4-5-1. In the Badger Conference East, they are 0-3-1. Fort Atkinson overall 4-2-1. In their conference, 3-1. So big game tonight for the Goslings here on their home field, Arnold Landsberg Field. Beautiful shape, ready for soccer tonight, football tomorrow night, the homecoming game. Parade tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to Max Alexander and Brandon Simmons with Watertown TV. This is Ray Bazanson bringing you tonight's action. Hope you enjoy the game. Send us your comments and let us know that you're watching. Fort Atkinson starts it out. Working upfield. Long kick up this sideline. After it is Larson. He tried to center it. It goes behind the end line. It's going to be a goal kick for Watertown. Taking a goal kick is the freshman Braden Schmidt, one of the defenders. Also in the back with him is 9 Matthew Bushke. On the sides is McCloskey and Connor Lehman on the far side. Ball kicked up by Pfeiffer. Blocked. Aiden Warden, the defender back there in the middle of the field. Goalkeeper Peyton Wiesen, a sophomore for Fort. Watertown's goalkeeper tonight, Roberto Ortega. Eli Sloan, Owen Harris, Nathan Pfeiffer in the middle. Dylan Vasquez and Denzel Esquivel up front. Jacob Narcus in the middle. Schmidt, McCloskey, Lehman, and Bushke in front of the goalkeeper, Ortega. For Fort, Noah Baldry, 2. Caleb Enger, 3. Jack Calloway, 4. Scott Bukta, 5. Caleb Strayer, 6. Ariane Damerhazen, 8. Ethan Larson, 9. Spencer Whitcomb, 11. Callum Fettig, 13. Aiden Warden, 22. And the goalkeeper, Peyton Wiesen. Kick coming up for Jack Calloway, a senior for Fort. About 30, 40 yards out. Up the middle. Blocked by Pfeiffer, I believe. Ethan Larson trying to work it in. Narcus brings it out. Pass ahead for Esquivel. Kicked away from him by Warden. Lehman kicks it out. Lehman on this side. Leaves McCloskey on the far side. Actually, I think McCloskey is playing more up in the center, and Sloan is the defender on the far side. Ball taken away by Narcus. Good job by Enger. To Calloway to the far side. Little pass through. Shot and a goal for, I believe that was, let's see, I'll have to find a number here. Or wait for the speaker to get it. Couple of nice little passes and then a shot. And the goal for Fort at 3:31.
Atkinson goal in the 4th minute by number 4, Jack Calloway.
Jack Calloway, senior midfielder, draws the first score tonight for Fort. Again, Fort with a decent record on the year, over 500. Third place within the conference. Watertown's tied for the bottom in the conference. Watertown has played the tougher teams to begin with here. There's a centering pass. Kicked out by Warden. Up the sideline, out of bounds. Connor Lehman to take the throw. Past Narcus. Lehman up again. Now up the sideline after it. Number 4, or kicked away by Schmidt. It's going to be a throw-in. Right in the center, the shot blocked by Bushke, I believe. Now on the far side. Bushke turns on it, kicks it upfield. Brought back by Fort in the center. Callaway, who has the goal. Blocked by Pfeiffer. Schmidt upfield. Narcus. The back kick, Esquivel after it. Nice defense by Fort. Lehman. Vasquez couldn't quite get the shot off as the defenders were there. Picked up by Wiesen. To Larson up this sideline. Ball's through to Larson. Lehman on him, kicks it away. And it's a goal kick for Watertown. Schmidt to take it. Headed back. Cleared to the other side by Warden. Fort throw on that far side by their bench. From behind, Watertown kicks it away. Narcus. His pass blocked. Larson coming up the sideline. I think Watertown got away with a little push there from Lehman. Body on body, both with going after the ball. No foul called. And that wasn't Larson coming down. It was, I think, number 8, Dammerhausen. Goes back to the other side. Vasquez loses it out of bounds. Fort throw. 7.5 minutes into the contest. It's 1-0 in favor of Fort. Whitcomb on the far side. Pass into the center. Oh, long shot by Lehman. Got under that. Skied up through the goalpost. Taking a kick. Aiden Warden. Headed back. Nice job by Fort moving the ball. Ball through to the far corner. Bushke just clears it out. Gives every defense a chance to set up. Throwing on the far side. Taken away by Vasquez. Dealing with it. Tries the center. Kicked out of bounds. Fort Atkinson numbers are hard to read tonight. Drops to Warden. Ball up, back to the goalkeeper Ortega, who tries to keep it in bounds. Gosling did keep it in bounds. Harris trying to work it upfield. Now right back by Fort. Headed out by Connor Lehman. Harris up in the air, headed back. That was Sloan kicking it upfield. Right back by Fort. Back to Warden. Gives it to this side. Now Larson with it. It's pass blocked by Lehman. Warden again with it for Fort. He'll cross fields. Headed back to the middle. After it is Sloan. Vasquez. His pass brought back by Fort. Fort throw by the Watertown bench on the far side. Up the sideline, too far ahead of Larson. Lehman with the throw. And we got our first substitution tonight.
Number 16, Noah Gilbertson.
Noah Gilbertson in midfield. Lehman's kick upfield. Warden after it. Now McCloskey. Fort brings it right back. Larson will give and go. Lehman over on the defense, out of bounds. Taking up defender position. That's number 11, Whitcomb. He's a senior. Warden with it, a junior. I work with Aiden's mother. She's one of our nurses in Marquardt Home Health. Christy. Lehman into McCloskey. His pass taken by Whitcomb. Watertown just not able to get much going offensively here tonight. Fort doing a good job keeping it in their offensive third of the field. Fort left-footed pass, Ortega out quickly to pick it up for the Goslings. It's 1-0 in favor of Fort. We're 14 minutes in. 26 to go here in the first half. Narcus tries to knock it down. There's a pass on the far side. After it was Gilbertson. Kicked away from him upfield. And it looks like a Watertown throw. No miss kick. Crosses field. And just cleared away. Pressure putting on. Lehman was all the way up. We got a call here against Watertown. I think that was Harris went down. Foot tangled up. Warden take the kick. So Gosling's one more home game next week. And schedule does show them hosting a conference tournament. Unfortunately, we won't be able to bring you those games, the tournament games. So tonight and next week. Then we got a football game on tomorrow night. And then 3 weeks from tomorrow night, our last home football game. Live streaming these games, things have changed a lot in the last 30 plus years. Narcus. Defender falls down. Ball's kicked away though. We'll have a corner kick for Watertown. First corner kick of the night. Into the side of the net. Not any breeze out there tonight. Beautiful day today, fall day. Liam McKelvey is in for Fort Atkinson. On this side, it's a forward. On the far side, a forward. Long shot. Ortega out to pick it out of the air. Blocked by Warden to Larson. Damian Ortega in for Watertown. On this side at mid. Headed by Schmidt. Narcus trying to get it to Ortega. Back to Narcus. Jacob. Ahead for Esquivel. Stops, turns to Narcus. He takes a little punch shot. Just goes wide. A goal kick for Fort. We're 18 minutes into this first half. It's 1-0 in favor of Fort Atkinson. It was a pretty good non-conference rivalry years ago. Watertown and Fort. Headed away by Warden from Esquivel. Caleb Enger, I believe, had it. Took it to the far side. Centering. Narcus. Shot. And just high by about 3 feet. Narcus got that pass, turned, and shot. Warden with the goal kick. Nice long kick to midfield, headed right back. McCloskey after it. Fort comes away with it. Kicked out by Watertown on the far side. That was Harris. And we got a foul called on the far side. Side judge. Waving the flag. The ref sees him, calls it. Free kick. 20 yards out, way on the far side. See if he centers this. He does. Headed by Narcus. Fort turns. Narcus again. McCloskey to Narcus. He's got Esquivel ahead of him. Gives him the ball. And good defense by Fort. Takes it away. Sure if that's Strayer or Bukta out there. Bushke back to Ortega. And Bushke upfield. Harris heads it. McCloskey. Long pass ahead. Ortega after it, and so is Warden is there. Warden comes away with it, or that's Larson rather. And Ortega knocks Larson down, and we're going to have a free kick. Nope, it's a throw-in. Warden gets his foot on that one, now heads it. Esquivel to Narcus. And Wiesen picks up that bouncing ball. Narcus shoots. On the ground goes Wiesen to make the block and the save. One thing Narcus can do is get his shot off quickly. Off of Larson. Now it's going over to, it's going to be a kick for Fort. So coming up to take the kick is the junior Aiden Warden. Get the play started. Long kick up the center. Kicked out by Bushke. Now Esquivel trying to break in. Warden over to kick it away. And some subs in for both teams.
Game for the Blackhawks, number 10, Owen Geiger, and number 4, Jack Calloway.
Callaway back in, and Geiger.
Number 4, Nathan Pfeiffer.
Nathan Pfeiffer back in for Watertown. Callaway, who has the one goal tonight for Fort for the game, came early at 3:31. Nice little pass, and he buried it past Ortega. A lot of play in the midfield tonight. Sloan has moved up to Midfield. Blocked on the far side. I think that was Pfeiffer. Fort throw in. In quickly. Callaway gets by one, and we're going to have a corner kick. First corner kick for Fort. Looks like number 4, Callaway, is over there.
Back in for Fort Atkinson, number 2, Noah Baldry.
Noah Baldry back in. Sophomore. Right out in front, kicked away by the Gosling. Long shot. Sailed on him a little bit. Over to goal. Goal kick for Watertown. Approaching 25 minutes here in the first half. Still 1-0. Coming in the third minute. 3:31. Esquivel kicked away from him on the far side. Watertown with the throw. Narcus centered and out to pick up that pass. Nicely done by Peyton Wiesen, the goalkeeper. Nice play, Ortega. Now taken by Warden. This is Baldry to the middle. Sloan is there. Pass through and kicked away by Schmidt out of bounds as Ortega was coming up, but it was a little close. Down to the end line, Baldry kicked away from him. And it's a corner kick or a throw in. I think it's a corner kick. Number 4, Jack Callaway, senior.
Looking for Fort, number 3, Caleb
Enger back in, number 3.
Dylan Geske.
Dylan Geske in for Watertown, senior. Ball sailed through to the far side. Headed by Harris. Narcus upfield. Kicked away by Warden on the far side. Aiden Warden all over on the defensive end of the field.
Also in for Watertown, number 23, Jack Myers.
Jack Myers in, number 23 for Watertown. Fort with the ball, taken back by Watertown. Right out in front, shot, and a nice save. Ortega came in to try to get that rebound, but the defender was there. Baldry trying to get it, but drops it back. Narcus puts it on the ground, and a save by Wiesen. Narcus didn't get as much of that ball as he wanted. Sloan Harris, or Lehman. Got a whistle out here. And it's against Watertown. Guess the ball went out of bounds on that far side.
For the Blackhawks, number 9, Ethan Larson.
Ethan Larson back in, number 9. Nice job. Fort with a kick. Taken by Goslings. Right back by Fort. Tracking it down is Ortega. Long pass ahead. Goalkeeper has to come out, and his kick off the side of his foot kept in bounds. McCloskey, or that was for Pfeiffer. Saw the goalie way out of the goal, so he thought he'd try to get one down. Pfeiffer after it. And Callaway went down, got the call. Pfeiffer and Callaway there together. Taking his kick. Bukta, number 5. Headed out, but taken by Fort. Warden kicks it up. To the far side, Lehman over there. Fort back with it. To Warden. And on the far side here, Baldry trying to steer that ball towards the net with his left foot. Went to the side. We're 31 minutes into the first half. 9 minutes to go. 1-0 in favor of Fort Atkinson. Warden blocks that, brings it right back. Pfeiffer to the middle. Baldry. Now Narcus. Taken away by Baldry. We got a call against Narcus. Taking this kick is Aiden Warden. Centers it. Headed out. Geske dropped it. Now Geske after it. Warden is there running alongside. Now Ortega. And that ball's going to Fort. Side judge called Fort. Field judge. The referee called Watertown. Throwing it in as Pfeiffer. Narcus coming out. Liam McCloskey back in. McCloskey. Now Ortega centers it. Harris. Baldwin, or Callaway rather, drops it back. And a long kick upfield. Fort catches it. Keeps it in. Kicked up by Schmidt, I believe. Baldwin with it. Shot blocked by Harris. And Harris kicks this one out to the side. Lehman had to get to it to keep it from going past the end line for a corner kick. 6.5 minutes here in the first half to go. 1-0 in favor of Fort. And we got a whistle here by the referee. And Fort's going to have a kick on that far side. Looks like it's a corner kick. Just near the corner. Gosling's 10 yards back. Centers. And we got a call. Not sure what that was, offsides. Or a push, something right there right in front of the goal. That kick came through. Blackhawks almost got a shot off there. Schmidt's kick taken by Harris and McCloskey. His pass brought right back by Fort. Drops it to Warden. Schmidt up in the air. Baldwin with the ball to this side. Baldry. Kicked out of bounds by Ortega for Watertown. Thrown it in is Geiger. And call against Ortega. Fort with a free kick from this side. I think that's Aaron Dahmerhausen. Up number 6, that's Caleb Strayer. Moving the players back 10 yards. And it's off of the Goslings. Off one of their backs. Sailed through. One of the Blackhawks tried to catch that ball. And it went off one of the players. I think it's going to be, let's see, the ref and a side judge are talking here. Should be a corner kick. That went off the Gosling player. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. Evidently one of the Blackhawks touched it before it went out past the end line. Schmidt with the kick. All the way down after it is Warden. He turns. Unable to keep it in on the far side for the Goslings. Throw in. Fort bringing it right back. Fort throw in. Headed out. Watertown throw at midfield on the far side. 2 minutes to go in this first half. 1-0, Fort Atkinson. Ball up the sideline and out of bounds on the far side. Watertown throw now by the bench. Fort Atkinson bench. Watertown back. McCloskey with a shot and a save. Up in the air went Weeson. Got his hands on it. Not sure if that was Sloan or McCloskey. Pfeiffer missed the head. Came back, kicked it out. Throw in by Geiger. Quickly, back to Geiger. To Baldwin. Callaway, rather. Number 4, Jack Callaway, a senior. Right out in front. Shot! And went into the side of the net. And it's going to be a corner kick. Over there is Jack Callaway for the corner. 10 seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And a goal! Fort Atkinson with the quick goal. That might have been Damerhausen. Not sure. That corner kick came in. Initial save by Watertown. It was Damerhausen. 2 seconds to go in a half. Makes the score 2-0. I think Watertown's just going to kick this ball and go back for the half. So, halftime for the Goslings here, homecoming week. It is Fort Atkinson 2, Watertown 0. Ray Bazanson signing off. We'll see you for the second half. Welcome back for the second half of tonight's soccer match. Badger Conference. Watertown Goslings in the home blue uniforms going right to left here. In the second half, Fort Atkinson in the white with a 2-0 lead. Goals coming by Jack Calloway at 3:31 early in the half. And then with 2 seconds left in the half, 39-58 after a corner kick, Ariane Damerhazen put it into the net past Ortega. Let's see how the Goslings come out here in the second half. Narcus with a long kick sails and goes out of bounds. We got 16 out here. Noah Gilbertson on this side. 14, Denzel Esquivel. Behind him, Narcus. Headed by Connor Lehman, who moved to this. Nope, that's number 4. Nathan Pfeiffer is in the center of the field. We have number 2, Connor Lehman, defense, back on this side. Bushke and Schmidt in the middle. Ball comes back to Peyton Wiesen, sophomore goalkeeper. Headed back. Taken by 22, Warden. Harris with a good job there, forcing it up. Rather, that was Schmidt. Centering and into the goalkeeper. There was Esquivel. See what coaches had to say at halftime here. Ortega with the kick as the ball comes back over Sloan's head. Sloan with it. Now taken by Narcus. Up the sideline, kicked away. Blocked by Lehman. Sloan drops it. Or I think that's Wangerin who's out there. No, number 4. 4 is Pfeiffer, Lehman, Bushke, and Schmidt in the backfield. Kicked away from Narcus just as he was getting ready. Lehman up. Ball's come over to this side where it's picked up by the Blackhawks. Number 6, Strayer, to the center of the field. To Callaway, back to Strayer. Then Lehman up. Narcus for Esquivel. Ball's taken by Warden. Up to help out is Gilbertson. On the far side, after it, Jackson Barta, who's in. Starting here the second half. And Barta called for trying to get position on the Blackhawk. Kicked by Warden. Ball's taken away by Fort. And we got a stoppage here. Not sure what this was. Bushke came up. To kick at that ball. Went down. Free kick taken by 5. Scott Bukta, senior. And his ball comes all the way through to Ortega. Headed out by Bukta. On the far side, Ford brings it down, centers. Cleared out way wide by, I think that wasn't Sloan, that might have been Pfeiffer again. Shot wide. Goal kick coming up. Over the weekend, the Goslings had 2 victories and a quad on Saturday. Beating Sauk Prairie and Janesville Parker. Or no, West Bend East and Janesville Parker. On the far side, Fort throw-in. Headed to the center of the field. Up ahead, taken by Fort. Nice job by their defender. That was number 13, Caleb Fedig. Gilbertson, Esquivel, Sloan, Narcus, all out there. Midfield, forwards. Schmidt with the kick to Narcus. Narcus gets it, turns. Let's ahead. Oh, breaking in all alone was Gilbertson on this side, and he got underneath it. Put it over the goal. A little wide. Warden with the goal kick. Headed back. Narcus. Esquivel. Ball's taken away, I think, by Bukta. Brought back by Watertown. Esquivel. Centering pass. Or shot. Just went high. Over the goal. Warden with the goal kick. 7.5 minutes into the second half. Watertown with a little more pressure here the second half. Still hasn't gotten off a really good shot tonight. On this side. Gilbertson. Thrown into by Lehman to Narcus. He'll shoot and score! Jacob Narcus got that quick throw in from Connor Lehman. 48:05, Narcus. Watertown now down 2-1 here in the second half. Narcus, the senior. Fort comes back to this side. Kicked up by Fedig. Taken by Schmidt. Intercepted by Callaway. Now a long pass up, going after it is Gilbertson. He can't catch it. A little too far. And it'll be a goal kick for Fort. This time it looks like number 5, Bukta, taking a goal kick. Bukta senior. Strayer to the far side. Harris up for Narcus. Watertown throw. Maybe McCoskey who's up to throw. Fort bringing it out this side. Ball's past Lehman. Bushke kicked it to midfield. Gilbertson to Sloan. Narcus to the far side. After it is Ortega, I think, who's back in on the far side. Headed by Esquivel. And another throw-in. Down to the end line. Right out in front, cleared out to this side. And it's going to trail out of bounds. Watertown throw. Lehman. And kicked out by 13, Fettig. Lehman again, trying to get it to Narcus. Bukta was there. Up the sideline, Lehman centers it, headed. Shot, ooh. Nice defense there. Get it out, oh, right out in front. Pass came in, unable to control was the Goslings. One Gosling still down. I think two players came at the ball at the same time. That happens. Maybe Gilbertson, not sure. Trainer out there from the Watertown Regional Medical Center. So the Goslings with a goal by Narcus, 8 minutes here into the second half. We're now 11 minutes in, and it's 2-1 in favor of Fort Atkinson. Thanks to Max Alexander and Brandon Simmons running the technical end of our broadcast tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. And there was a Fort player down also. I think that's Gilbertson who's out there. Two to one goals in the first half for Fort. Jack Calloway at 3:31. Arian Damerhausen with 2 seconds to go in the half gave them a 2-goal lead. Watertown has gotten one back here in the 8th minute of the second half by Narcus. Fort player is up. Walking off the field. And the Gosling is up. I think that's Gilbertson for the Goslings. I think that's Warden walking off with coach. Fort coach by Kent Lovejoy. Watertown by Clayton Kratzer, assisted by Brian Schmidt. Lovejoy assisted by Travis Larson and Eric Stoutenborough. That's Warden, who did go out. He'll be missed for sure. And let's see what we got here. A punt by the goalkeeper, Weeson. Players had a chance to catch their breath. Schmidt up to Esquivel, to Narcus, back to Esquivel, and a shot taken and skied by Sloan, I believe. Back to take the goal kick is Bukta. Fort with the lead, taking our time, which is what you do when you have the lead. 52 minutes gone. Pfeiffer trying to bring it upfield, kicked away from him. He'll drop it back to Schmidt. Over to Sloan, back to Buschke. Ball's taken by Fettig. Lehman with the throw, quickly into Narcus. His pass blocked by Butka, brings it out. Pass ahead, off the foot of Schmidt to the far side. McCloskey is there. His ball upfield goes out of bounds, a throw-in for Fort. Fort to this side, headed by Lehman. Long kick to the center. Pass back. Strayer to the far side. And it's going to be a goal kick, I believe. Taken by Schmidt. Schmidt's kick sails past midfield, taken by Bukta. Now Lehman, his pass trying to hit Geske, and good job by Fettig. Out of bounds, throw in for Fort. Right up the middle. Looking to shoot. Over to help out was Lehman. Then Schmidt kicked it upfield. Narcus. Geske trying to get it to Esquivel. Turning on it is Bukta. Bukta and Esquivel. Ball kicked up the sideline by Baldry. And a goal kick. I think that was number 8, Damerhausen, after that ball. He had the second goal right before the end of the half. And it's a corner kick, I believe, for Fort. Over to take it, Jack Calloway. Calloway started the scoring off early. Quick little pass. Got it and put it past Ortega. Right out in front. Ortega picked it up. Mason Burke in for the Blackhawks. Narcus back pass out of bounds. Now right back to Watertown. McCloskey, I believe. Narcus over. Watertown throw down near the end line. Headed. Centered. Then cleared out by Bukta. Another throw in. McCloskey. Port brings it out. There for the Goslings. Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer and Sloan there. Now Sloan drops it for Schmidt. Pass up to Narcus. Down to the corner. It's going to sail out of bounds, I think. Nope, kept in. Good job by, I'm not sure if that was Harris. Gosling slipped. Now up was Schmidt to get it away. Now brought back by Fort. Sloan for the Goslings. Now Narcus with the steal up the sideline. He's got Esquivel. Gives him the ball. Bukta is there. And coming out with it was Fort. Might have been Baldry, I think, that came away with that. Nope, 16, Burke. Mason Burke. Now Burke kicks it out of bounds. Lehman with the throw-in. Ball went off of Anger. Esquivel back to Lehman. To the center, no one there but Fort. Sloan after it. Brings it back to this side. Esquivel right there, shot! And a save by Peyton Wazen. Esquivel didn't get all of it, but put it on the goal. Wazen on the ground with the nice save. Got his arms on it, brought it into the body. Ball's out in front of the Fort goal. And good sign.
Number 15, Liam McKelvey. And number 22,
Aiden Warden back in for Fort Atkinson. He had gone out after that collision with Gilbertson. Schmidt. Esquivel. Warden right back. Kicks it away. Brought up by Fort. Watertown throw-in on the far side. We're 60 minutes into the game. We got less than 20 to play. It's 2-1 in favor of Fort. The Blackhawks. Third place in the conference. Watertown tied for sixth. Watertown throw. Yeah, they're giving it over to the referee. Calls it for Fort. Out. Now cleared out by Watertown again. Long throw. Fort. Kicked away. Fort throw in. Right out in front, Fort. It's a lot of play right out there. Nobody really getting set up for a shot. Fedig. Headed by Burke. Then McKelvey. Pfeiffer there. There's a long shot taken. Sailed over to goal. Goal kick coming up for the Goslings. I think that shot was taken by Callaway.
In the game of the Goslings, number 6, Gideon Wangren.
Gideon
And number 12,
Wangeren
James Walker.
in, and James Walker, number 12, in for the Goslings. Walker got his foot on it, tracks it down. Back for Schmidt. Ball went over the defender. Back is Warden. Centered. And Fort comes away with it. Pfeiffer couldn't get a pass ahead to someone. Schmidt. Buschke with the long kick, sails out of bounds on the far sideline. 16 and a half to go. 2-1 Fort. Nice job by Fort. Schmidt couldn't control as that ball came back to him. And it comes back and picked up by Ortega. I think that was McKelvey trying to get a shot off. His goal kick all the way back. Butka knocked it to the ground and then cleared it out in front of Esquivel. Denzel. To Narcus. He'll take a shot from out there on goal. Nice save by Wiesen. Headed right back. Out of bounds. Fort throw on the far side. 15 minutes to go.
Back in for Fort, number 3, Caleb Enger.
Caleb Enger back in for Fort. Schmidt. Pass intercepted by Fedig. Callaway. Kicked back by Lehman. Well, Callaway, oops, number 8, Spanger. Shot goes a little high. No, rather Dahmerhausen got that shot off, number 8. Jack Calloway is back in, number 4, for the rest of the game. One of the starters, senior, with the first goal of the game tonight. Ball brought back. McKelvey centers it. Tried to get it to Calloway. Calloway shot, dead on. Burke was there. Ortega was there. Roberto, his kick upfield. Headed by Wangerin. Burke to the center. Taken away by Walker. Now Lehman. Kept in. Oh. Wangerin couldn't keep it in. Narcus. On him is Anger. Headed by Fettig. Burke with a long centering pass. McKelvey. Esquivel. And Narcus. Narcus pass up the long far side. Went out of bounds. We got 13 minutes. A lot of action early here in the second half. A lot of pressure put on by Watertown. They did get one goal back, but since then, this last 10-15 minutes, a lot of play out in the middle of the field again. Got a corner kick here for Watertown. I think that was Esquivel. Some of the parents calling for a foul. Owen Harris back in. And 22, Toledo. Watertown with the corner. Came out. Put back. And a save by Wyson. That was Wangerin put the shot on goal. Wangerin over. Fort right back. Pfeiffer. His pass intercepted and brought back. Down to the sideline and a call against Watertown. On the slide. That was Schmidt. Blackhawk went down. Calloway to put the ball in play from the far side. 10 minutes to go. And a ball sailed through. Cleared out by the Goslings, but Fort was there to pick it up. Now Walker to Wangerin. Narcus. Walker. Taken away by Bukta. Nice job by the senior. Scott Bukta. To Calloway. Centering back to Calloway. And he got underneath that pass and put it over the goal. We're under 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-1 in favor of the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks against your Watertown Goslings on this homecoming week for the Goslings. Parade tomorrow afternoon is scheduled. Football game, dance Saturday. Lehman heads it, but Bukta's there to kick it away. On the ground, Bushki. And this time we got a call. Watertown will have the kick. Bushki to take it. 9 minutes to go. Nicely brought down by Callaway. Pass. Centering. Oh, right out in the front. Ortega out to make the save. So the ball pass got past Schmidt. Good pressure by Fort there here in the last few minutes. Callaway shot and a save by Ortega. Diving save to his left. Great save. Going for that upper corner. It's going to be a corner kick though for Fort Atkinson. Callaway with a nice hard shot from right out in front. I think it was Callaway. Corner kick. And this is Jack Callaway. Right out in front, goes through the goal mouth to the far side. Pfeiffer after it for Watertown. Fort comes back with it. And we got a call. It's going to Watertown. I think a throw-in on the far side. As the side judge called it out of bounds. On the far end of the field, the ref saw him call it out. Esquivel back in. Noah Gilbertson back in. Esquivel, his pass blocked by Bukta. Bushki up on the sideline. Lehman ahead for Wangeren. Ball stolen. Come back by Fort. Bukta with it. Bukta will bring it up. Sloan drops back, or that was Harris dropped back on him. Again, Bukta. Senior. Lehman ahead for Esquivel. Couldn't quite catch it, and Fort packed it up. Lehman's long pass ahead, picked up by the goalkeeper. Weeson. Peyton, a sophomore. Not tested as much as the Goslings would have liked to test him tonight. Bukta with the throw. Burke. Taken by 8, I believe. Damerhausen. Trying to get by Schmidt. Burke did. Damerhausen centers it right out front. Ortega picks it up. Headed out by Warden. There's a handball. Ball bounced up. Hit Narcus in the hand. those unintentional ones that sometimes hurt. Think you got something going and the ball takes a funny bounce. We're under 5 minutes to go. Fort still with a 2-1 lead. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Warden back upfield for Fort. Headed out by Bukta. Narcus ahead. Cleared out. Good job by Fedig. Come over. Two Goslings were coming down. Fedig got to it first and kicked it to the side. And now they're giving it to Fort for a throw-in.
In the game for the Blackhawks, number 2, Noah Baldry. For the Goslings, number 1, Eli Sloan.
Eli Sloan back in for the Goslings. Noah Baldry for Fort. Referee's coming over for something. I think they reset the clock. I'm not sure. So there is a change. The ref saying that something about the clock stopping for substitutions the last 5 minutes. Now it starts up. Right out in front, kicked out by Bukta. Back to Schmidt. Pass up the sideline, taken by the Blackhawks. Warden intercepts that pass. Lehman upfield for Esquivel. Sloan, Lehman, brought out by McKelvey or Burke. Pass ahead, Ortega out. Less than 3 minutes, Gosling's down 1. Warden kicks it upfield all the way to Callaway. Callaway kicked away before a shot could be had. Sloan. Again, up for Esquivel. Bukta's there. And Bukta just clears it out. We're going to have a corner kick for the Goslings with 2 minutes to go. Esquivel out in front. And off the goalkeeper. It's going to be another corner. Goalkeeper got his arm on it, knocked it out of bounds. Minute and a half or thereabouts. Esquivel again. This kick goes long. Over the head of everybody. Lehman tracks it down. Turns on it, centers. And a couple of Goslings there trying to body it into the goal, and it went wide. It'll be a goal kick taken by, I'm guessing, Warden, Aiden Warden. Juniors played a great game for the Blackhawks with a minute to go. Blackhawks with the lead, 2-1. Headed back by Sloan. Lehman, unable to control, was Esquivel. Now Pfeiffer, ball's taken away from him. Up the far side. Watertown brings it out. Warden up. Keep the ball in play down the Watertown end of the field. Now a free kick coming up for Fort with under 20 seconds to go. They have the lead. They have a free kick.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Over to goal. That's going to run out the clock. That's the end of the contest, ladies and gentlemen. The Fort Atkinson Blackhawks with a victory tonight over the Watertown Goslings, 2-1, in a hard-fought game by both teams. And goals by Fort Atkinson, Jack Calloway and Arian Damerhausen. Jacob Narcus with one for Watertown. Thanks again to Max Alexander and Brandon Simmons. This is Ray Bazanson signing off tonight. Have a good night and God bless.